I always win things in my second year. Ange did it. Football team talk. Europa League special. Welcome to this extended special edition of Football Team Talk, and I'm your host, Alina Ingram, and today we're diving deep into one of the most memorable nights in recent football history, a night that ended nearly 2 decades of heartache, where determination, belief and tactical brilliance brought glory to North London. Yes, Tottenham Hotspur are Europa League champions, and not just that, they did it in style, beating Manchester United 1-0 in the final at San Mamés Stadium in Bilbao. In this edition, we'll unpack the match, spotlight the man behind the miracle, Ange Postecoglou, and look ahead to what this win could mean for the future of Spurs. Stick with us because this is one story you'll want to relive. Let's start with the moment that changed everything. It was the 42nd minute. The game was evenly poised, with both sides cautiously testing each other's resolve. And then came a moment of persistence and luck. Brennan Johnson, a player known for his bursts of pace, darted down the right after a smart pass from Pape Matar Sarr. Cutting inside, he unleashed a low drive. Certainly not the cleanest strike of his life, but crucially, it took a heavy deflection off Luke Shaw, which wrong-footed Manchester United goalkeeper Andre Onana. And before anyone could react, the ball was in the back of the net. 1-0 Spurs. A goal no one saw coming, but exactly what was needed. From that point on, Tottenham's resolve was tested. The second half saw United throw bodies forward. Bruno Fernandes tried to carve open space, but Spurs held firm. Defensively disciplined, tactically sharp, there was a heroic goal line clearance from Mickey van de Ven from Rasmus Højlund. Guillermo Vicario's last gasp save from Luke Shaw was a stunner. When the final whistle blew, the eruption of joy on the Spurs bench and among the travelling fans was something special. 17 long years without a major trophy, 4 decades since a European one, and now that painful wait was over. For Ange Postecoglou, this was personal vindication. Spurs have struggled in the Premier League and are languishing near 17th place. It was earlier in the season that the Australian manager made a bold claim. "I always win things in my second year," he said. Many scoffed, but true to his word, he delivered. Let's take a moment to reflect on Postecoglou's journey. He joined Tottenham in the summer of 2023 with little fanfare outside of Scotland and his native Australia. Having led Celtic to domestic dominance, he arrived in North London with a promise of attacking football and cultural renewal. But few predicted he'd bring silverware so soon. Throughout this Europa League campaign, he made it clear this was a priority. While injuries and inconsistency derailed Spurs' league form, they remained sharp and determined in Europe. Postecoglou rotated wisely, nurtured belief within the squad, and most importantly, built a team identity. This wasn't about just playing attractive football, it was about winning the right way. Spurs were mentally strong, physically prepared and tactically flexible. In the knockout rounds, they edged past Bayer Leverkusen, Germany's form team, and overcame a gritty Roma side. Each test felt harder than the last, but Spurs always found a way through. And when the final came, they didn't blink. Let's talk tactics. Postecoglou opted for a compact midfield 3 to nullify United's transitional play. He asked his fullbacks to stay deeper than usual, respecting the counter-attacking threat posed by Mount and Ahmad. Midfield anchor Yves Bissouma was immense, breaking up attacks, shielding the defence and distributing under pressure. Heung-min Son was left on the bench due to a recent injury and was brought on in the 67th minute to be deployed in a more reserved role, dropping deeper to link up play, a move that allowed Spurs to transition with pace when needed. On the wings, Johnson and Richarlison worked tirelessly to stretch United's backline. It wasn't Spurs at their flashiest, but it was Spurs at their most complete, composed, clinical, confident. So what does this win really mean for the club? Firstly, and most obviously, it breaks the trophy curse. No more memes, no more banter, no more waiting. Spurs are once again champions of Europe, albeit the Europa League, and that matters. Secondly, Champions League football. This victory secures Tottenham a seat at Europe's top table next season. That brings revenue, prestige, and most importantly, a stronger hand in the summer transfer market. Thirdly, this win has reignited belief among players, among fans, among stakeholders. For years, Spurs have been seen as a club with potential, but no follow-through. Not anymore. Here's what Postecoglou said after the final. "I'm incredibly proud of the boys. They showed what this club is about tonight. People doubted us, and rightly so with the season we've had in the league, but we knew what we were capable of. Winning this means everything. Like I've said before, I usually win something in my second season. I'm glad to keep that going." He went on to say, "It's not just about the trophy. It's about the belief we've built, the connection with the fans, and the identity we've created. This club needed something to lift it, and I hope tonight is just the start." So what's next? Well, there are questions around the futures of some players. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Lo Celso, and even Ben Davies may be moved on, but the core remains strong. Son, Romero, Kulusevski, Bissouma, Udogie and Vicario, they're all expected to stay. Champions League qualification makes the club more attractive to elite players. And now with a trophy in the cabinet, Spurs have something tangible to sell. Let's also not forget Postecoglou has now become the first Australian manager to win a major European competition, a milestone achievement that resonates well beyond England. For Tottenham, it's more than just a manager who ended the drought. It's the beginning of a new era. Postecoglou has given Spurs fans what they've craved for so long. Not just hope, but results. What next for Spurs? With silverware finally secured, attention now turns to the future. Spurs are expected to invest significantly this summer, with Postecoglou already identifying areas for reinforcement, particularly in central defence and midfield depth. Champions League football will help attract top-tier talent and, more importantly, keep hold of stars like Son, Romero and Kulusevski. Postecoglou has already confirmed he'll be staying, and the club is expected to offer him an extended contract with increased influence over recruitment. More than anything, the Europa League win gives Spurs something tangible to build on. It breaks the mental block and sets a new standard. Potential transfers. Tottenham Hotspur's pursuit of Jonathan David presents a rare opportunity to sign a proven, versatile striker entering the prime of his career. Jonathan David's statistics speak volumes. In the 2024-25 season alone, he scored 25 goals across all competitions and had 12 assists. That's a direct goal contribution every 101 minutes. These numbers aren't a one-off. Since arriving at Lille in 2020, David has consistently finished among League One's top scorers. Across 5 seasons, he has scored 85+ goals, showing he's not only clinical but also reliable. Tottenham have struggled at times this season to convert possession into goals. David would immediately increase the team's cutting edge in the final third. David is not a traditional centre-forward. He's most dangerous when given the freedom to drift between the lines. His ability to play as a central striker, second striker or wide forward in a front three makes him ideal for Ange Postecoglou's flexible attacking style or any new incoming manager's system. He thrives in quick transitions but is equally comfortable in possession-based teams, dropping into space, linking play and timing late runs into the box. One of David's most underrated attributes is his defensive work rate and pressing ability. In a high-press system like Postecoglou's or a similar aggressive front-footed approach, David excels at forcing errors in the opposition half, starting counter-attacks from turnovers and tracking back and supporting midfield build-up. This makes him not just a goal threat, but a vital cog in a team that wants to defend from the front. At just 24, David has already amassed 40+ caps for Canada, scoring in CONCACAF Gold Cups and World Cup qualifiers. His experience on big stages and in hostile away environments has helped develop mental resilience and composure under pressure. These are invaluable traits for a Spurs squad in transition, particularly one eyeing a return to Europe's top competition. David is reportedly out of contract this summer, which means Spurs would be acquiring a 25-goal striker without paying a transfer fee, an absolute rarity in today's market. Wages can be competitive without breaching FFP concerns. Tottenham's recent transfer activity reflects a move towards signing players with high ceilings and resale value, prioritising fitness, tactical IQ and adaptability, and building a squad around youth and energy, not just experience. David checks every one of these boxes. He's still improving, injury-resistant and eager for a bigger platform, traits that align with Spurs' current recruitment strategy under both Daniel Levy and sporting director Johan Lang. Though he hasn't played in England, David's game is arguably more suited to the Premier League than League One. He combines acceleration over short distances, intelligent movement and quick decision-making in crowded penalty areas. He has a low centre of gravity that helps him stay on his feet in challenges. Unlike many foreign forwards who take time to adapt, David's playing style could translate immediately to Premier League intensity. Tottenham is not the only club chasing David. Reports link him with Aston Villa, West Ham, Juventus and Napoli. Mathys Tel is widely regarded across Europe as one of the most promising attacking prospects of his generation. Emerging from Rennes before his big money move to Bayern Munich at 17, he has already experienced life at an elite European club. His technical ability, movement and maturity have consistently impressed scouts and analysts alike. At 20, Tel has made appearances in the Bundesliga, Champions League and now Premier League and scored in all three competitions across 2 clubs. With proper development, Tel has the attributes to become a top-level forward in Europe for the next decade. Securing him now, before he explodes in value, would be a smart long-term play. One of Tel's greatest strengths is his positional flexibility. He can play as a central striker off the left wing, where he can cut inside and shoot, or in a supporting striker role or right forward position. This ability allows the manager to rotate formations fluidly without compromising attacking threat. Whether under Ange Postecoglou or a new coach, Tel offers tactical versatility that suits a high-tempo pressing system or in transitional counter-attacking teams. His adaptability also makes him an ideal bench option or starter, depending on opposition, injuries and fixture congestion. One criticism of Tottenham's current attack is the lack of explosive pace and directness, particularly when teams sit deep. Tel thrives in these moments. He possesses rapid acceleration and top-end speed and has the confidence to take defenders on 1 versus 1. A low centre of gravity that helps him ride challenges and change direction quickly. He's the type of forward who can stretch defences, open up space for teammates like Maddison or Son, and exploit tired legs late in games, qualities that Spurs have lacked since Gareth Bale's second stint. Tottenham have increasingly shifted towards signing high upside players they can develop, maximise and, if necessary, resell at a profit. He's under 21, meaning there's years of development left and his market value is likely to double or triple if he fulfills even part of his potential. Even if Tel doesn't fully reach world-class status, Spurs could still benefit from a player who improves the squad immediately and becomes a valuable asset within 1 to 2 years. While Bayern Munich initially inserted a €50 million buy option, reports suggest Spurs are negotiating a lower permanent fee, possibly around €35 to €40 million. That's a fair price in today's inflated market. Reports from both Bayern and Spurs staff speak highly of Tel's mentality. Despite being a teenager at one of the world's most intense clubs, he never complained about limited game time. He trained hard, stayed professional, and made an impact whenever called upon. This bodes well for his future. A driven, humble and hard-working young player is exactly what Tottenham need during this transitional period. Tel's profile complements the existing forwards in the Spurs squad. With Tel, Spurs add a player who can both cover and challenge for a starting spot without stunting the growth of younger academy products. Crucially, Tel is already adapting to English football and Spurs' tactical system. He's had time to settle into London life, build chemistry with teammates and understand the expectations of the club. Signing him permanently removes the risk of a new signing settling period and allows for continuity going into pre-season. He has made a total of 19 appearances for Tottenham Hotspur since joining on loan from Bayern Munich. 12 appearances in the Premier League, 10 starts, 2 as a substitute, scoring 2 goals. Tottenham Hotspur are reportedly in advanced discussions to sign Ryan Cherki, the 21-year-old attacking midfielder from Olympique Lyonnais. Cherki has confirmed his intention to leave Lyon at the end of the season, making him a prime target for several European clubs, including Spurs. In the 2024-25 season, Cherki delivered an exceptional performance, recording 12 goals and 20 assists across all competitions. He led League One in expected assisted goals per 90 minutes and was recognised as the league's top assist provider and best dribbler. His ability to create scoring opportunities and navigate tight spaces would add a new dimension to Tottenham's attacking play. Cherki's versatility allows him to operate effectively as a central attacking midfielder or on either wing. His ambidexterity and vision make him a valuable asset in various tactical setups. Integrating Cherki into the squad would provide Tottenham with greater flexibility and depth in the attacking third. Lyon are reportedly open to selling Cherki for around €22 million, £19 million, a figure considered a bargain given his talent and potential. This fee aligns with Tottenham's strategy of acquiring young, high-potential players without exorbitant costs. Tottenham have been focusing on building a squad with young, dynamic talents. Cherki's age and profile fit this strategy, offering both immediate impact and long-term value. His addition would complement the development of other young players within the team. Tottenham have made initial contact with Lyon regarding Cherki's availability. While other Premier League clubs like Liverpool and Manchester City have shown interest, Spurs are reportedly among the front-runners in the race to secure his signature. Lyon's financial situation and Cherki's desire for a new challenge make a transfer this summer highly probable. While Cherki's talent is undeniable, there have been concerns regarding his attitude and consistency. Managing his development and integrating him into the squad's culture will be crucial for maximising his potential. Signing Rayan Cherki presents an opportunity for Tottenham to enhance their creative options with a young, talented midfielder at a reasonable cost. If managed effectively, Cherki could become a pivotal figure in Spurs' pursuit of domestic and European success. There are a number of contracts coming to an end in the coming weeks. Ben Davies, Tottenham's longest-serving player since his 2014 arrival from Swansea City, his contract is set to expire in June 2025. Reports indicate the club intends to trigger a one-year extension option in his contract, valuing his versatility and experience. Sergio Reguilón has had limited appearances in recent seasons with multiple loan spells. His contract expires in June 2025 and is unlikely to be renewed. There is potential interest from clubs like Galatasaray and Besiktas. Fraser Forster, who has served primarily as a backup goalkeeper, has a contract which will expire in June 2025. With the arrival of Antonin Kinski, Forster is expected to depart upon contract completion. Alfie Whiteman, an academy graduate with limited first-team appearances, has a contract set to expire in June 2025, which is unlikely to receive an extension. Timo Werner is on loan from RB Leipzig. The loan deal concludes in June 2025, with Tottenham holding an £8.5 million option to buy. Inconsistent performances make a permanent move uncertain. Legacy in the making, Ange Postecoglou becomes the first Australian manager to win a major European competition, a milestone achievement that will be celebrated back home and across the footballing world. For Tottenham, he's not just a manager who's ended a drought, he's started a new era. Spurs fans, long starved of glory, now have a reason to believe again, and with Postecoglou at the helm, this might just be the beginning of something special in North London. And as we wrap up today's special edition of Football Team Talk, let's be clear, this isn't the end of a journey, it's the start of one. A European trophy, a Champions League return, a club re-energised, and a fan base finally believing again. I'm Alina Ingram, and thank you for joining me. Be sure to subscribe and follow for more deep dives, transfer updates, and match analysis. This has been Football Team Talk. Until next time, keep the faith and keep the football talk going.